Hello folks, welcome to Dave's Kitchen, and today we're going to do two different versions. It's the Fettuccini Alfredo that we know and the pasta Alfredo that they know in Italy, which is a lot simpler, comes out almost the same result, creamy, tasty, and we're going to get started on that right now. Okay folks, I got the pan heating over medium heat. It's a non-stick pan. And I just put about a teaspoon and a bit of olive oil in there because I'm going to put in some butter. Just so the butter doesn't burn. And we're going to put in the butter right now. Water is just coming to a boil. And the butter, don't blast the heat, just keep it, just keep it, God, I hate when I do that. Just keep it over medium. I know it seems like a lot. This is actually for 1 to 2 people. Seems like a lot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of onion. I know. Normally you don't do it with the onion, but I'm putting in some onion. Just while the butter's starting to melt. Okay, once the butter started to melt, here's where everything starts to happen. Okay, so I got the butter starting to melt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the garlic just for like 15 seconds. And once the garlic's in there, just give it a mix. Just for like, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. And once it comes fragrant, I'm going to put in about a cup of cream. I got a little bit more in the cup here, but just in case. So, this cream, it's whipping cream by the way. So, I'm going to make sure it all blends together. Now, what you got to do is bring it up to a simmer. Once it starts to thicken, now I'm also going to add just a touch. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of white wine. Now don't add too much because it's not going to thicken. Okay, so once it starts to thicken, stir it around. And on top of that, I'm going to add salt to the water. And a little pinch of salt in here. It doesn't need much. Just a little pinch of salt. Cracked black pepper. And just a little touch. Just a little pinch of nutmeg. Here, it's coming to a boil now. So now it's starting to thicken. So now we stir it around. and it's getting pretty thick. Okay, I also sauteed some shrimp here, marinated for a few minutes, then I sauteed some shrimp. So I'm going to put the shrimp in here as well. Okay, so while that's going, the water is salted. I got some fresh pasta. Well, fresh pasta, I didn't make it, I bought it at the store, but that was on sale, it was there, I thought I'd pick it up and I'd do this with it. Okay, so there's the pasta. The sauce is starting to thicken. Might as well just pour the rest of it in. Okay, so there's about a cup to a cup and a half of whipping cream. It's up to you on how much you put in. Okay, but everything is in there. Everything's ready. You're just waiting for it to thicken. Okay, so while the pasta is getting ready now, this isn't going to take long. This is going to take 8 minutes. In the meantime, once this gets to this point, okay, just turn it down to a simmer. Because it starts on the outside, then it goes to the inside. Okay, that's the way this works. Okay, you might even have to take it off for a second or two. Just to get the heat down a bit. You're going to have to take it off anyways, because what you're going to do is put about a cup of Parmesan in it. And when we come back, we're going to finish it up. Okay folks, the pasta is pretty much ready. Another minute or two, couple minutes. And don't throw out the pasta water, you might need it. Okay, so turn the heat off and then slowly start mixing in their Parmesan. That's going to thicken it up. Okay, I've got about a cup here. That's going to thicken it up. Okay. I've got the heat off. I'm mixing it around. And once the Parmesan melts, just keep stirring. You don't want it to burn. Okay, pasta is pretty much ready. Now, what I also did, like I told you before, I cooked some shrimp. So I'm going to put those in right at the end. Here's the shrimp. Not a bad size. Okay, so when you see the package, I know you might see, well, it's 16 to 20 in a bag. Well, that's 16 to 20 in a pound, which means they're bigger. Okay? When you get a bag that has 31 to 40 or whatever the heck it is, that means they're smaller, because you can get more of those tiny little ones into a pound than you can the big ones, obviously. Okay, so anyways, if you're buying shrimp, get the big ones. Okay, this is all ready. Sauce is thickened. Shrimp is in there. And pasta's done. Okay, so we're gonna take some of this pasta out. And don't worry about some of the water, it's not gonna hurt anyone. There we go. Take some of this out. And you're gonna mix it around. And right now, okay, this is done. I can take this off, move it over, and keep mixing the pasta. Mix it around. It's creamy. You got the shrimp in there. I mean, you can kind of gear it towards what you want. If you want, put a little bit of red chili flakes in, which I do, but okay, so now we're gonna plate it. And there's your fettuccine. Put a couple shrimps on it here. Okay. A little bit of extra pepper. A little extra sprinkle of Parmesan on top, and you can use chopped parsley, which most people use. I just happen to use cilantro because that's what I had here. Okay, so there you go. Fettuccine Alfredo done the way that we know and what's done up here. Okay, so the second one is even easier. Okay. So, take a watch. The second one, you've got butter, and this is about 3 tablespoons. Okay, so all together. And what's going to happen is that the pasta and the cheese, the pasta water is going to make the sauce. Okay? I know it's coming out like that, but that's the way you got to do it. Over. Make sure we get it all. Okay, so we've got the pasta. I probably could have put more in here, but I didn't. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this is we got 2 forks. We're gonna toss it. Okay, I know there's butter there, but we're gonna toss it. You know what? There's probably still some more pasta in there. There's a little bit more. Not much, but there's a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna toss it, the butter, and then what we're gonna do is take Parmesan, and this is about half a cup. Okay, we're just gonna mix it on, and what you gotta do is, the way they do it there is you flip You make it dance, flip, make it dance, make it dance. Make it dance, and there we go. All combined. And once that's done, we're going to plate this as well. And this is like creamy, Italian version of just a little bit more here, and just a little sprinkling of cracked black pepper. Okay, there you go. That's the Italian version. It's creamy, it's got Parmesan, same thing. So you got two different versions here. And there you go, folks. Pasta done two ways. You got pasta, fettuccine with a shrimp Alfredo sauce, and then you've got fettuccine with butter and Parmesan. That's the way to do it in Italy. That's their cheese, because that's the way they eat it. And they only eat it like that because it's easy on their stomach if they're not feeling well. Okay, so it's basically pasta and butter with Parmesan cheese. Alfredo, like we know it, is a cream cheese. Over there, it doesn't exist, and they don't eat the cream. They don't like it. But over here, we do. Okay, so I got a little bit of both, but I'm going to have this one right now. Garlicky, creamy. You taste the Parmesan, the garlic. And like I said, you want to put some shrimp, cook the shrimp, put them in at the end. And there you go. The pasta, done two ways. Cheers. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. And we'll see you next time.